Councillor Butcher, you have a question for us?
Thank you. So my question is somewhat tangential, but it's will the recommendation and the investigation look into an additional area, which is how cabinet members are answering questions during full council and cabinet meetings? The reason I ask is I've noticed throughout the course of this project, multiple questions were asked by members and residents, which were answered allegedly very clearly at the time, but the answers now seem to be completely at odds with what's being found as a result of the audit and the investigations. How can we work to ensure that in future answers are more clear, more factual and representative of the actual reality? Okay, speaking personally as someone that often has to answer questions, I don't recognise the picture you paint. But then again, it might well be me that you're aiming that specific remark at. I don't know. I think it's quite a subjective question, and it's up to everyone to come to their own conclusions on how transparent and open members are being in the dialogues we have in the chamber. That's my answer to that. Councillor Radley.
As someone who's answered lots of questions on the Shapley Heath project over a number of years, I am very happy to stand up in front of Cabinet and Council and to reiterate that I have always given honest and full answers. And even in the context of the findings of the audit report, I still stand by the answers I gave were full and accurate reflection of the facts. I can't think of an instance where you would have an alternative view, Councillor Butcher, but if you've got one, feel free to point it out.
Okay.
Just a point of clarity, I'm not in any way accusing members of being dishonest, just to be clear on that. What I'm trying to say, I probably didn't word it as clearly as I should, is that the facts that were given weren't representative of the reality of the actual project. And how can we ensure in the future that our governance ensures that we are following the right processes, information is correct and represented correctly? Because I'm saying the councillor, yes, answered the questions with the information they had at hand, but we need to ensure that information is accurate and correct. I'm not in any way accusing them of being dishonest.
Okay, I think that's a good point to make. What I would hope is that the investigation by the LGA would put that under the microscope and would draw any conclusions that it wanted to highlight for council to consider.